Are you tired of wimpy kids? Well, here are some romance anime where the main character is a badass. Let's get started. Number 10, Star Driver.
キスはもう体験済みかな。青春の一大イベントとして経験する予定です。
何言ってんの？
人工呼吸はキスに含まれると思う。
You know how those dystopian apocalyptic anime always keep throwing monsters at you? Well, this time it's stone giants. But don't think Star Driver is that sort of show that's going to throw some apocalyptic monsters into the mix and then try to craft a story out of it. It adds a lot of new elements like realms, secret organizations, prophesied battles, and everyone's favorite, mechas.
さあ、上げてこうか。共に青春を謳歌しようぜ。アプリポーズ。
The story also starts in a very unique way when one boy with a mysterious power is saved by a group that fights these stone giants. Even though the story won't start with a strong premise, it gets better and better towards the end. And if you're going for the romance, get ready for the good old romance inside the giant robot sort of shows. Star Driver is an action romance show, so you get plenty of romance and action to satisfy you. So I've been speaking about a ton of anime, and you've been watching a ton of anime, so why don't we both take a break and play a game with some massive PvP battles? That's right, genius, I'm talking about Raid Shadow Legends, who are the sponsors of today's video. You've heard about Raid Shadow Legends, right? It's got a ton of champions and a hell of a lot of bosses. But today, we're going to speak about a special boss, Astronix, the Dark Fae. She's that new boss who looks like one of those yandere girls and doesn't act like your typical anime fairy. She's creepy and she's super OP during combat. Wait, you don't believe me? Come on, her main trick is doppelgangers. She can duplicate your own team, so you have to fight your own guys, so good luck with that, buddy. But don't tell anyone else I told you. If you put someone super fast who can do turn meter manipulation, you can take down the duplicates and kick her ass. But there's a lot more going on Raid. They're running a huge summer splash event this whole month where you can get some incredible skins for Trenda. They're also running a special Deliana chase event where you can get your hands on the brand new legendary champion Deliana if you start playing before July 20th. And all you need to do to get her is to log in for 7 days. It's that simple. Wait, that's not all. If you enter promo code MyDeliana, you can get 50 XP brews and instantly get her to max level 50. This promo code is only for new players. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description or scan the QR code right here to get the free epic champion Vergus, 200k silver, 1 energy refill, 1 XP boost, 1 ancient shard, and bonuses worth $30. All of these will be waiting for you right here. The rewards will only be available for the next 30 days and only for new players. Now let's get back to the video. Number 9, Akiba's Trip, the animation.
よく会うね。でも正直邪魔。
俺だって好きでこんなとこ来てるんじゃねえよ。妹が。
妹？
お、そうだ、にわか。
Yeah, this is another anime with the apocalyptic monsters. Oh wait, this time it's vampiric cosplay monsters, so you cannot call them apocalyptic. And how does our main character plan to defeat them? With a baseball bat. Yeah, it's that simple. Corner the enemy and hit them with a baseball bat so they can straight up fly to heaven.
妹さんを連れて逃げて。
でも、その怪我。
邪魔って言ったでしょ。次は助けられないかもしれない。
But all jokes aside, this anime is like a love letter for all the weebs around the world. You've got game references, fan service, manga references, computers, fan service, maid cafes, vampires, and yeah, more fan service. Our main character also transforms into half a vampire midway through and then becomes hella overpowered. So this belongs to the overpowered main character getting the girl type of list as well. Number 8, Kurozuka. God damn it, I should have stopped speaking about vampires. Here we follow a man named Kuro who is trying to find his lost love. And I should mention, his lost love is a vampire lady. Oh, and this guy called Kuro is a swordsman who had an affair with this vampire lady and turned half immortal. And now he wakes in a futuristic world ruled by an army known as the Red Army, and he tries to find his lover amid the chaos.
私をここに置いてどこかへ逃げ延びよ
Kurozuka belongs to the dark romance genre because there's a lot of blood and gore flying around. It also is one of those anime with samurais who swing around swords, so you can see how our main character is a badass. Anyways, I have to recap of this on my second channel, so make sure to check that one out if you're too lazy to watch the whole anime. Number 7, Aquarion Logos.
行こう混成合体アクエリオンゲパディオン
First off, don't go watch this anime expecting some serious mecha action. There's definitely some mecha action in here, but there's also a ton of lighthearted comedy to replace the serious tone of the show. Perhaps this is why it was received with a ton of mixed reviews. The monsters of this show are called the MJBK, which stands for Menace of Japanese with Biological Kinetic Energy. I don't know who came up with that name, but this anime is about people trying to defeat these Menace of Japanese with Biological Kinetic Energy.
そんなこと言わないでください。
はい。
ごめんなさい。つい。
いや。
This is your regular Mechaverse monster anime, but this time the monster is Menace of Japanese with Biological Kinetic Energy. This is also a kind of sequel to the Aquarion Evil anime, so make sure to watch that one before you approach the show. But if you need some great action, good comedy, good romance, and a fierce battle against the Menace of Japanese with Biological Kinetic Energy, then this is the show for you. Number 6, Tsubasa Chronicles.
あの遺跡を発掘するのが死んだ父さんの夢だった。
もう7年になるのね。ショーランがこの国に初めて来てから。
If you've watched my previous videos, then I've been mentioning this anime a lot of times. Yeah, it's that anime with the butterflies. Or that anime where the girl becomes a butterfly and flies away without any explanation. Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicle follows a boy named Sayorin who finds her childhood friend Princess Sakura, making an appearance in an excavation site with mysterious wings on her back. Then the wings disperse into many feathers and disappear. He figures out that she lost her memory because of it.
絶対言うから。待っててね。
Yep, this is your good old my memories are gone, so who are you bro type of story, done for the millionth time, but it's actually good. And you know what else is good? The Yuki Kajura soundtrack. Remember Yuki Kajura? She was the one who did the soundtracks for the Fate series. So get ready for a bunch of banger soundtracks from this lady. Number 5, Trinity 7.
私のこと忘れないでくださいね。
Here's an anime where the main character is a Chad. Are you tired of anime where the main character starts sniveling and shivering when there are too many girls around him? No, not this guy. This guy straight up gets the girl and then brags about it. Trinity 7 happens in a dystopian world that is destroyed due to the Grimoires. Arata, a guy who survives the apocalypse, is recruited by a magical academy where the powerful Trinity 7 is trained. Trinity 7 is a group of 7 girls excelling in magic and more powerful than other mages.
魔導書は渡さない。
あなたは。
だけど俺も死にやしない。第3の選択肢だ。
Trinity 7 involves a protagonist who's overpowered and who isn't shy to get the girls. Honestly, seeing a character like this is so refreshing after you keep seeing a ton of romance anime where the guy acts like he has a serious case of gynophobia. Number 4, Hitsugi no Chaika.
ガンドお前ウィザードだったのか。
皇帝。同じ。一緒。
Hitsugi no Chaika happens in a world that is entering a peaceful state after a tyrannical emperor named Arthur Gaz was executed by the 8 heroes. Our main character is Toru Akura, who comes across a white-haired wizard named Chaika Trabant as she hires Toru and his adopted sister Akiri to help with her journey to gathering the scattered remains of her father in order to give him a proper burial.
でこれからどうする。
何を取るのだ。大体わかる。私。
いやだから俺らにも教えろって。
今すぐわかる。
However, when Toru realizes that Chaika's father is none other than the late Emperor Gaz himself, he must make a decision of either helping her with her task or upholding the peace that the people desperately fought to obtain all these years. Unlike other anime in this list, this series isn't very strong on the romance factor, but the anime ends with the main couple in a relationship, so this one counts. Number 3, Devil's Line.
それとも俺が死ねばよかったのか。すかさ。
Time to have a romance anime with the minions of Dracula. Just kidding, this is like Tokyo Ghoul, but replaces ghouls with vampires and replaces Tokyo with whoever she is. Here we follow a 22-year-old university student named Tsukasa Teira who learns the existence of vampires when her friend turns out to be a vampire. While trying to discover more about it, she finds Yuki Anazai and soon finds herself getting attracted to the boy.
歩けるか。 その足じゃ無理だな。
Yuki, on the other hand, is an open book, always revealing his feelings and making Tsukasa embarrassed. The couple soon develops the forbidden romance, with Yuki desperately trying not to do what vampires normally do, drink blood. And this might feel like that anime version of Twilight you badly need, but at least we don't get werewolves. Number 2, Hiren no Aria.
俺は高校2年だ。いくらなんでも年の離れた中学生を脱がしたりするわけがないだろ。
Here's another anime where your average overpowered guy must survive with the crazy lolly who is also a tsundere. If you're tired of the overused tsundere lolly trope, then don't leave. This anime has some great action too. Our main character, Kinji Tuyama, was a dropout of this elite academy, but after a run-in with an infamous killer caused him to meet Aria Holmes Kanzaki, and she realizes his potential as she demands Kinji to become her partner.
やったか。
一時的に追い払っただけよ。奴ら並木の向こうに隠れたけど、きっとまた出てくるわ。
強い子だ。それだけでも上出来だよ。
Now, even though there is a romance tag in this show, it's way more popular for its over-the-top action. Come on, the main girl of this show is introduced when she lands beside the guy on a parachute and starts shooting him. There is also a sequel series for this, but for me the original series was better than the sequel. Number 1, Record of Grand Crest War.
私、シルーカ・メレテスは騎士テオの船員と契約し、生涯の忠誠を誓います。
The Record of Grand Crest War follows a girl named Seleucia's efforts to create balance upon the war-torn land of Atlantean with a noble prince named Theo. The girl's efforts are to unite the world and fight the greater threat, the embodiment of chaos itself. And even though it sounds like some epic fantasy against the forces of chaos, this anime is actually about starting from zero and conquering everything in the kingdom. It also involves tons of politics, so if that's your kind of thing, then you'll love this show.
ご自分の船員をメストの船員に重ねてください。
The star of the show is Seleucia Militis, a girl who has the brain and can hold the best girl title at the same time. She is the one behind all the Theo's victories and the only one who could survive the cunning game of politics. So she's the best girl, and anyone who says she isn't the best girl must be shot to death.